This is for the new techs. So we're gonna go ahead and install an air scrubber. I have not seen any install videos, and I've looked around. So I hope this helps you guys. Let's get into it. You're gonna need a marker, a couple wire nuts. When you open up the box, this is what you'll see. You're gonna go ahead and pull out the cell, remove that little piece of cardboard, and this is your air scrubber. So let's put this to the side for now. What you will find with the air scrubbers is this plate. This is where the air scrubber mounts. So essentially, you're gonna look for the supply plenum, make sure that you have space, right? So for me, I'd like to put it here. So it'll go like that. So once you go ahead and figure out where it is that you want it, you grab your marker and you'll trace out the circle. And I'll do that right now. So I just went ahead and traced out a circle. Now you can remove this, put it to the side. You're gonna grab a step bit and you're gonna start on one side. You can also use one of those hole saws. I've tried it, it doesn't work for me personally. Maybe you have the wrong one, I'm not sure. But what I do know is that the way I like to do them is I will drill right here with the step bit. I will grab some offset snips and I'll just work that. So let's get that. We got it all cut around. Now we'll go ahead and grab this. Just pull it out gently, or just get a knife and just get that out of there. Alright, we got homemade. Push aside the insulation. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our bracket back out. Bear in mind that this has a little sticky side, right? It has some tape. You can peel this back. Go ahead and set it. Once you've set it, you can go ahead and use some of these screws to go ahead and just lock it in. I'll show you guys. So this bracket is just using that tape. It's pretty strong, right? But we're still gonna add the screws here, and they're self-tapping, so just screw them right in. You got your 1/4-inch screws. They come in the little bag with the air scrubber, so don't even worry about that. Got the 1/4-inch screws. We're gonna go ahead and just drill them into the floor. Alright, we got all of our screws in. Now we can go ahead and grab our cell and our scrubber. So we had a Active Pure air scrubber guy come into the shop to go ahead and give us some training on this. So with that being said, there's something I want to point out. You have a honeycomb here on the cell. The air needs to pass through the honeycomb in order to go ahead and do its job. So that means if air is flowing like this, horizontal is going like this, then you're good to put your air scrubber in just like that. Now if you have a upflow, you would go ahead and turn this around in order for the air to pass through the honeycombs. I just felt the need to go ahead and share that, because you can always install them like this because they look all nice and pretty, but according to the Active Pure air needs to pass through the honeycomb. So make sure you have it so that the air passes through it. Right here in this application, we're good. Now we have these little screws. Look at your little bag. You see these little white caps? They'll screw on just like that. So let's get that done. So we have our air scrubber in. You have these little screws in. In terms of tightening it, you just want to make sure that it's tight enough so that you don't feel air escaping around the air scrubber, because you have a little gasket here, so you want to make sure that you have no air leakage from there. Don't over tighten it. You can damage it. Tighten it just enough so it doesn't fall off and you don't have any air leakage. After you tighten it that much, give it maybe another 1/4 turn and you should be good. All right, now we got the power cord. This runs on 24 volts, right? So see right here, 24 volts, 1 amp, 16 watts, 50 to 60 hertz. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna plug this in, and now we're going to be doing the wiring portion, which is super easy. It'll take us just a couple minutes. For the wiring portion, we need our 3 wire nuts we mentioned earlier, and we also need a designated transformer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tap in to the transformer that we're currently hooked up to on high voltage, and then we're going to go ahead and run our power cord from the air scrubber to the 24 volts on the new transformer. So let's get that. First things first, make sure you pull that cord. Just because you take out the door panel does not mean that you should solely rely on just that alone. So this is our setup. What I'm going to do now is figure out where I'm going to mount the new transformer, which honestly, this looks like a pretty good spot. This looks like a pretty good spot right here, right underneath it. And we have high voltage here. Of course, we'll confirm it using the diagram on the other transformer. So right here, it'll tell you white and black, 120 volts, right there. So we know that what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut here, strip it back, wire nut it into the new transformer. So let's do that really quick. The new transformer, of course, always read the labeling. Okay, so here we got white is common, 120 volts, black 208 volts, red 240 volts, orange. And then we got the 24 volts, red and green, meaning these are our 24 volts, and the ones we're going to be using on high voltage are going to be neutral and 120. The other two here we'll just cap off. We're all mounted up, right? I really wanted to make this straight, but I don't have any more self-tapping screws. Anyways, right now what I did was I got the neutral and the 120 wire from the other transformer. I cut it in half, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip this back on both ends. I'm going to go ahead, strip this back because I don't like using these, and I'm going to just wire nut them together. Simple, sweet, but that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, so we got everything all nice and wired up. Okay, it's all pigtailed in. Give everything a little tug before you're done. And now we're moving on to low voltage. So let's go ahead, trim this, strip it back. All right, so we got our low voltage right here, strip back. We got our power cord from the air scrubber over there here, and we trimmed it and also stripped it back. This isn't directional, right? There's no right or wrong way to hook these up. Just go ahead, one to one end and one to the other, and wire nut them. So don't forget to cap off the other wires. Just go ahead and chop them off, put a wire nut on them, or some electrical tape. All right, so again, everything is pigtailed in on the high voltage. We're hooked up here on low voltage. We're gonna leave a little bit of slack here on the wire just in case, you never really know. But go ahead, we'll zip tie this, make it look all nice and tidy. But that's it, we're all done. Now go ahead, connect your power, and when we turn it on, you'll see the little red light, green light, blue light. Jeez, see that little blue light? We're good to go. And that's how you install the air scrubber. I hope it helped. If you like this content, follow for more. Now I do have a question for all the senior techs that are installing the air scrubbers. What do you think about having the secondary transformer? Is it necessary? Because hypothetically, we could always just hook up to the terminals on the board. But I've heard that that will cause issues with the thermostat, or even with the thermostat wire going out to the condenser. Just wanted to get your input, get your opinion. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps you guys. See ya.